calculator to determine if it is 1-to-1. When I'm looking for 1-to-1, what am I looking for? Vertical lines to cross once, horizontal lines to cross once. That's what you're looking for, isn't it? So, what about if f of x equals 2x plus 1? I'm impressed to all of you all know what it looks like without a calculator.
Yeah.
Well, you're wrong.
That's why one of those.
Yes. I guess even if you look at it without a calculator, it's just
That?
Like that? 2 over 1.
It's a lie.
Yeah, it's a diagonal.
It's a lie.
Yeah.
So the answer is yes. What about, you all are going to assume this one.
no.
I don't assume.
That's a good idea.
Only thing I see is secondary companies.
What is that?
It's a B.
It's not a B, it's a U.
It's
It's a U. Okay? Everybody good with that?
Yep.
The second thing on the test, it gives you two equations, f and g, just like this, and ask you to find fog and find golf to determine if they are inverses. How did you do on the test or on the review on that one? We better help one for all. So, what?
So when you're trying to find the inverse, do both fog and golf have to equal it?
Yes, they do. If f of x is 2x plus 1, and g of x is x plus 1 over 2, are they inverses? Have to do fog. Times x plus 1 over 2 plus 1, x plus 2. So you're telling me no? Everybody okay with that? F of x is 3x minus 1. Find the inverse. Yes, find the inverse. What do I do? What's the first thing I do to find the inverse? Switch x and y? X equals 3y minus 1. Now what? Add 1?
Yes.
So x plus 1 equals 3y? All of it or just part of it?
All of it.
X plus 1 over 3? Okay. What if I tell you f of x is x squared plus 6? Find the inverse. What do I do? Switch x and y places. Even if you get stuck, surely you can switch x and y places because you'll get some points for that. Yes.
I'm probably going to forget.
x equals y squared plus 6. Well, I better subtract 6 first, hadn't I? X minus 6 equals y squared. So what is y?
Square root of x minus 6.
X minus.
Should I do plus or minus?
Yes.
Because I square rooted? Right? You good with that?
Right. Plus or minus x.
Radical. Yeah. I won't count off for that, Gracie. Because it's that -1 means it's an inverse, and I won't count off, but I just want you all to be able to recognize that's what that means.
Square root.
So,
That was on the ACT.
was it? Good.
I think I should be 10 years old.
It's kind of nice when you're like, okay, I did learn that for something, because at least I'm going to use it on the ACT. All right. If f of x, guys, is 4 to the x power, what is f of radical 3 rounded to 4 decimal places? Can't do this in your head?
Wait.
That's
like 120.
Oh, that's almost it. No, wait, it's 11.
Or so, guys, that's not supposed to be this much fun.
I'm sorry. I'm thinking it was great.
11.0357. Is that what you have?
Yes.
Look at direction.
Evaluate round to 4 decimal places. Everybody round correctly on that? 11.0357. Okay. What if I tell you this? Oh. Same thing. Round to 4 decimal places. What you all got? 0.13 what?
Yeah.
Everybody okay with how to do those? Those should be some easy points, shouldn't they?
Easy.
Always like easy points. Okay, now I'm going to ask you to graph this function. F of x equals 2 to the x plus 1. Graph it.
Up 1 and then it's like that.
It looks like that. How, okay, can you give me a point? 0, 2? So I have a point here.
Yep, and it doesn't go below.
It doesn't go below 1. Does it start here? No, it doesn't go below 0.
Doesn't give a little one.
What the plus one is.
Type in when x is negative 9 and see what you get.
X is like 9.
I traced it.
See, it's above 1.
0, 0, 0, 0, 0.
So it looks like this, correct? What is the domain?
Negative infinity to infinity.
Less than 5.
What is the range?
1, 1.
With a parenthesis, correct?
Yes.
When would it be exact if it's like that?
Never. Because it would have to touch 1 and it doesn't touch 1. It stays above it.
Is it mainly just brackets on bracket if it's like it's greater than or less than?
Okay. Guys, let's contain your talking a little bit here till we finish. The next thing on the test is interest. All right?
Yeah.
So, what did you ask me?
The question that you said, the question will be on the side.
I put the equations on the test. I did not put what the letters stand for. All right? But I think you can figure that out, can't you? You have to know what P stands for, which is principal, which is your beginning amount. Right? You've got to know that. Okay. We're going to invest $20,000 at 3% interest for 8 years. Okay? I'm going to give you these. All right? Those are written just like that on the test. You know, R is interest rate, you know, T is time, you know, what is N?
Like
The number of times per year it's compounding, right? So, how much simple interest will I earn? What's wrong, Braden?
What on the A equals what is
P-E to the RT.
RT? Okay. Well, no, the second one.
But on the second one.
Oh, this one?
Yeah, I'll apply it.
1 plus R over N to the NT. Oh, wait till I grade your test. There better not be any Japanese writing on your test.
It'll be Egyptian hieroglyphics.
Okay, how much simple interest do I earn? Which formula do I use? The first one. So my simple interest, what happened?
You're getting hacked. I don't think
I got it.
Times what?
I got 48 interest.
Even? Wow. $4,800. Right?
So on the test, would you want us to add that up or just put it 4,800?
I just asked for how much simple interest you earned. So that's how much you earned. How much money you had would be added together. Now, how much would you earn if it is compounded monthly? What is N? Second one, N is 12. So A equals 20,000 times 1 plus 0.03 over what? To the 96. You all agree?
Yes.
Can you do this tomorrow?
Yeah.
Me too. You wish you could earn this much money tomorrow.
Yes, for sure.
It's what?
The number I got is almost 2 million.
Okay, no, I got.
No, you didn't earn 2 million.
What did I do?
Hold on, Devin.
No, yeah, I see what it is. I forgot to list the room number.
25,000 what?
417.
And
37.
37 cents?
Which one was that?
Monthly. How much would it be if it was compounded continuously? Does A equal 20,000 E to the 0.03 times 8? 25,000 what?
424.98.
$7 and
Almost $8.
61 cents.
Wow, that's worth it.
Well, sometimes it is. You could probably buy a lunch with that, or close, depending on where you went. What do you all think so far?
I think it's too easy.
Easy so far? Okay, good. Now, guys, what is the deal? You didn't get to see each other all, or talk to each other all weekend? Why? I'm sorry.
That one guy?
Log base 6 of 36 equals 2. Change to exponential form. So it's what?
36. Second equals 6 seconds.
No.
6 to 6. 36.
Oh yeah, that doesn't make sense.
Right?
Sure.
Okay. How do I change this? How do I change? Guys, end it. 10 to the second equals 100? What if I ask you to go the other way and say 2 to the 4th equals 16? How do I write that in logarithmic form? Log what? Of? Guys, you all have to be able to do this. Can you?
Yes.
Okay. These directions say simplify. That's what they say. I'm not going to say anything else. Simplify. Remember how?
4.
3 plus 1.
I got 4 as well.
You got 4?
4.
That's okay? So what is this?
Oh.
8?
No, wait a minute.
Let's use this against
What is this? 3?
log control. That's basically.
Okay, if I tell you this, can you find this? To 4 decimal places.
3.737.
Yes, it is. You got it?
3.7377.
It's what?
3.7377.
3.7377? Is that what everybody got? Everybody's okay? All right. If I changing directions, all I'm asking for on this problem is to find the domain. Right? You know what domain means? So if I have log base 5 of x minus 6, how do I find the domain?
X minus 6 is greater than 0.
X minus 6 is greater than 0. Remember, what I take the log of has to be a positive number. X is greater than 6. So how do I write that? 6 to infinity? Right?
So do we just tell us in parentheses greater than 0?
Yes. So what if I ask you for log base 8 of x? X has to be greater than what? 0. How do I write that? 0 to infinity?